This is episode 23, aka the Pete Maravich episode. So what?
You a Bulls fan, so I already know what you finna
No,
say.
no, it ain't even nothing like that. It's so funny that you said that because I saw some earlier today where he did an interview and he was like, "I don't want to be in the league 10 years and then die of a heart attack." And then he was in the league for 10 years and then he died of a heart attack.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
you hate to see it.
I hate to see it. I'm sorry, but go ahead.
But yeah, nah, this is 23 because he wore 23 at LSU. So we got the original 3 back. Ain't no telling when it's gonna happen again. Y'all gonna reintroduce yourselves because it seems like one be here and the other one don't. So since everybody back, go on and let the people know who they been missing.
Hey man, if you don't know now, you know it's Clyde Koji.
I thought you was about to say something.
Nick that? Hell no.
Oh, he said he want to come back too. He want to do a sports episode.
Not fuck with T Smooth.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's your boy Clyde Koji. Back, been busy, still busy, but we back.
601 Jimmy.
So, our little opening topic. What are some pet peeves y'all have when it comes to dating and then just everyday life? Like shit that just really like piss you off. Not piss you off, but really just like get under your skin. And it could lead into pissing you off.
To be honest, if it's everyday life, it's a lot of shit. And I feel like I've said it on the podcast before. Old people piss me off. They get under my
That's
skin.
something y'all got in common.
Yeah, they get under my skin because it's like I get it. You old, you've lived long enough to, do stuff. But why are you so entitled? Like,
Because they old.
yeah, but I don't care. I don't care nothing about that. Yeah, to be honest, it's a long list. I don't like people touching me or like trying to hit me hard because I want to fight. Like, and I don't like that. But as far as like relationships, or like a significant other, a pet peeve would be like not listening, man. Just not listening, or like you always putting yourself like first. When it should be a we thing, it's always a you thing, and everything should be catered to you. But when it comes to what I need and all that, it don't be that. So yeah,
I feel that. That's something that we all have in common. I think as a pet peeve, as far as relationships.
yeah.
I think I talked about my everyday life. I don't like people flicking my hat.
Yeah, you did. I remember.
I shoot a nigga over that.
Yeah.
I hate it. But that and like, even though I kind of did it today, like ain't no way both of y'all beat me here. That's crazy. But saying we gonna do something at this time,
Yeah.
and even if in my mind I know it's probably gonna be a little later, I give you that little later, and you still like with no type of reasoning.
Remorse? Oh.
Like ain't no, hey, I'm doing whatever, I'm finna be late, blah blah blah. It's just like I'm just waiting. That should be bothering me. James?
Mine delusional people.
That's another one of mine. Go ahead.
Shit, I just hate delusion. There's relationship and everyday life. That's the same shit. Like delusional people who think this shit should be a certain way and you not qualified for shit to be that way. So
Not qualified. That's a strong choice.
yeah.
Because that's damn how a lot of people are. Well, that went by faster than I thought. So, first sponsor is James, since his birthday coming up.
Yeah.
And by the time this come out, it'll be after your birthday.
Yeah.
But y'all go down to the comments or go to his page or see him at Sam's and wish him a happy birthday. So R. Kelly.
This is just right after my birthday.
Smooth transition.
We gonna get straight into
Yeah, no,
it.
we jumping right into it because we trying to, this is gonna be an abridged episode. So he was found guilty of everything. Everything they put up there, guilty. First question: do y'all think he really did it?
Hell yeah.
Because it's still some people out here who,
I don't think he hog-tied people.
I definitely
well,
think
he say he don't know how to.
I don't think he hogs.
Oh no. Yo, that shit was so funny. They said in the papers that I hogged out it. I don't know how to hog out nobody.
But that ain't to say that he didn't have him all the time.
I don't think he hog-tied anybody against their will. Let me say that.
Okay.
He probably don't even call it a hog tie. That nigga probably call it a kale's tie or some shit. And they like, I don't know what that is. That the kale tie? Oh, I know that.
Oh, yeah, I know that now.
I just think the shit was just. I think them folks knew what they were getting their kids into.
We're gonna get into that. Go ahead.
And even though I think you do gotta hold him responsible, but man, if somebody know what they getting themselves into, and your parents know, God damn.
Go ahead. I feel like you about to say something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, to be honest, man, it's a lot of people at fault when it comes to this whole R. Kelly thing. But I mean, it's like people just really use that man, like.
Yeah.
If
as
y'all
they do most celebrities,
right? Like if they,
especially those that can't read. Go ahead.
Right. No facts. But like for you to like not get that man the help he needed, like when he needed it, that's one. Of course, like you shouldn't be like, I don't know what his. I think it's just a control thing with him and like young girls. You know what I'm saying? A power and control thing. But it's like a part of me is like. You kind of got to lay in a bed you sleep in type shit, but then there's like a small part of me that's like, and I hope I don't get canceled for this. There's a small part of me that's like, I kind of
feel. You finish that thought. I got something to say about this canceling shit.
Okay. I kind of feel bad for him because it's like, damn, bro, like you are really talented. Like God truly gifted you with the ability to write music, sing, like.
How can he write but can't read?
I've always wondered that too, but I don't know. I don't know. But or maybe he had someone there right. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a sad situation. And then it's like I was even like when we were getting ready to come up here, I was watching like this, I guess there's a new interview with the girls who like one of the girls who came up when he did that whole hog time shit. They interviewed like two girls. One of the girls came up and was like, yeah, it was all a lie. He trained us on what to say. He trained us on, how to say it. Da. When we got back, he was so happy. And if he didn't like the answers we gave, he would just tell us, no, you should say it more like this. And I'm just like, so, like, what is this? Like, because now it's getting to the point where I don't know what's the truth and what's not the truth. You know what I'm saying? 1 minute you got these women defending you. Now they not. Then I think at one point his wife, really didn't say anything. But then I heard like when the money ran dry, now she's against him. So I'm just like, do y'all really be caring about for some of these women? Do y'all really be caring about these women for real?
Right.
Or do y'all really just be like, he ain't cutting me a check no more? So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. You know what I'm like?
No, I'm with you.
So that's where it kind of fucks me up because I'm like, are y'all niggas really for women's right
Rights
to speak
and
up
health
and
and
what
all
I'm
that,
saying? Like because
protection,
that's some traumatic shit that a woman women really deal with. So like, are y'all really speaking up because y'all care, or y'all speaking up because he can no longer cut you a check?
Right.
So the whole situation is just weird, but it's like, I think you shouldn't have been fucking with a lid. You shouldn't have been pissing on girls. You shouldn't have been doing none
I
of
don't
that
know
shit.
about the pissing shit now. You piss on you do what you do sexually, as long as it's consensual. I ain't listen. That is what you do. What you do.
I hear you, but still, that's for.
If I decide to
14.
piss on a bitch, if this bitch agree to me pissing on
She's
her,
14.
ain't nobody in the world got
I
nothing to
don't
say
think-
about me pissing on nobody.
I don't think the issue is the piss. The issue is the young girl.
But Clyde is. But people.
He said pissing on young girls.
You're
but,
14.
But I don't think that people. I think if he would have pissed on a grown woman, people would have still looked at him the same way.
No, people would have looked at him
They
like,
oh,
they'd
be like,
pissy
you
ass
into that?
nigga.
Like,
Yeah.
all right, I guess.
R. Kelly is nasty as shit,
that
but,
nigga weird, but
you know.
But then it's
when you throw the age into it, that's
so why they ain't convict him then? That video been out for a long time.
No, so look, so this what happened. Like, cause I watched a couple things and just read a couple things, but apparently what happened was like, so when they were in court, R. Kelly basically paid off the girl's father, which is the fucked up thing. So when he and paid off the girl, so when the girl went up there, she was like, "That's not me in the video." And then when the father went up there, they showed the video in court, and he was like having tears in his eyes, but still saying, "Yeah, that's not my daughter." But he knew it was his daughter. And then after the whole trial shit, them motherfuckers went on the cruise.
So I got a question. And I know don't nobody know this. Did that girl agree to do that shit, or did he force her against her will?
It's not a thing. I mean, even if she agreed, she's 14. She's 14. R. Kelly was like, at that time, what, like damn near 26, 27, 28? Yeah, you grown as fuck. You ain't like no 19-year-old kid. Like,
I agree with that, but I also disagree with you. I agree with the fact that it's morally wrong and legally wrong.
Tread lightly.
please.
But at the same time,
Yeah.
it's a difference between you being fucked up morally and fucking with a 14, 15-year-old than you getting somebody to do something against their will. Using your power to get some ass or some pussy is different than you forcing somebody forcefully to give you some pussy.
But
in some cases, they one and the same.
Yeah, because
I don't put them together.
You're using
I'm using
your
my power to
force
you
to
give me some pussy.
If I got a mouthpiece to talk you out of that ass and I got this money, that's your problem.
Let's see, mouthpiece is one thing. Just having game is one thing. But saying I'm R. Kelly and I can do blah blah blah.
Blah for you,
that's a mouthpiece to me. Niggas do it every day, B.
Yeah, they do.
But if you're selling a drink, like if you're like, to be honest, the realest players are the ones that tell the truth. The realest players are the realest people who got the realest.
Tell Lee Ho the truth.
But look. What I'm saying is, when you really got a mouthpiece, you can tell a female. Look, you can tell a female whatever the truth is, and it's either she gonna ride with it or she not gonna ride with it. But if you saying, "Hey, listen, you see what I did for Aaliyah. You see, I write these songs for so and so. I just got a platinum album. Come to the studio. I'll help you with. You want to sing? I'll help you with that. I'll put you around all the people. Da 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 da. But after, you gotta meet me. You feel me? Like,
think about it like your boy, not your boy, but Weinstein, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He can do the same thing. He can say, "Look, I'm Harvey Weinstein. I'm a part of the Weinstein Company. We make all these big movies. Blah blah blah. I can get you in these movies, et cetera, et cetera." But at the same time, he can also say, "I can make sure you don't get in a damn thing.
Absolutely.
If you don't do whatever I want you to do."
And someone who
R. Kelly, with all the influence and stuff he had, especially at that time, he probably could have did the same thing.
Yeah,
you want to be a singer? I can make sure you not.
And somebody, a female, a girl who, especially a young girl who's green to the industry, like, motherfuckers is like, they not thinking to themselves, "Man, I'm so talented. Even if R. Kelly do say some shit, they not thinking that. They thinking, this is R. Kelly."
And then they parents probably fans of R. Kelly.
And then I think it should be like a payment for that, not necessarily in terms of life in jail though. I think forcefully raping somebody gives you life. I don't think if blackballing somebody for something, I don't think you should serve life for that.
But it's not just blackballing. That nigga married Aaliyah at 15.
Her parents somebody had to sign off on it though, right?
He paid off the priest or whatever to say that she was a certain age.
Did she agree to it?
She agreed to it, but she's 15.
We got to start getting on these young girl ass too. The same way we holding him responsible.
Even if
I'm on my baby ass.
Even if she did agree,
today,
don't the parents still got to sign off on
that?
No,
that's what I
because
always thought.
he paid the priest to make it seem like she was of age to where her parents don't need to sign off on it. So the priest was involved into it. He was in court too. He was like, "Yeah, like I did this. I guess he had some kind of deal where he wouldn't go to jail, but he basically was like, yeah, Aaliyah was 15. R. Kelly paid me X amount of dollars to say or put on the thing that she was this age, and just in case it got out, it'll be like, oh, she was legal. Whole time she was 15.
So what blind do she play in this then? And I hate to do that because she dead. Like this.
But that's the thing. You can't like. It's like I know for especially for us guys, we could be like, oh well, it's easy. Like you should have did that shit. But it's like we also have to think about young girls are, and I'm not saying this to make your women feel the type of way, but a lot of young girls are very easy to manipulate when you're selling them dreams, when you're doing things for them. It's like, think about it like this. Aaliyah was 15. She just started her career. Like 14, 15, she just started her career. She's a beautiful girl. She can sing, all that other stuff, right? She come in contact with R. Kelly. R. Kelly is giving her a certain feeling in the studio. Then after the studio, taking her to places that a 15-year-old probably has never been, never heard of, probably showing her things that a 15-year-old has never seen. And in her mind, she's like, this is love. This is what love is, because she's 15. The other niggas who are 15, her age, ain't doing this shit at all. They still trying to take her to the skating rink. This nigga done took her to Paris. So it's like it's easy to manipulate her, but as she was growing in that relationship, she's like, this nigga is wildin'. This nigga, once she gets to a certain age to where her brain is really starting to fully develop, she's like, wait a minute. This nigga married me at 15 and he's 28.
So I got a question then, because I'm finna take it back a couple episodes. How you gonna sit up there and say that? But with PJ Washington, it was a different story. He should have known better. See, we holding niggas now. We holding men to a different standard. This is what we do in society.
Because PJ wasn't 15.
He was 18.
Yeah, 18. How old was? What's the age difference of Brittany Renner and PJ?
It's plus 10
like,
plus years,
or
right at 10.
I think it's like 8 or 9.
Okay, cool. Right, 8 or 9 years. At 18.
And look at Brittany Renner now. Look at Brittany Renner and look at R. Kelly.
I say this. Soon as she dropped that baby and they split up, she right back on the shit she was on before they got together.
Yeah, of course. But look, this is what I'm saying, right?
Chaos, though. You knew what the fuck was up.
But this is what I'm saying, right? If Aaliyah would, if let's say R. Kelly was 28 and Aaliyah was 18 or 19, you can say, damn, that's a huge ass age different gap, whatever. But legally, she's legal for you to marry, date legally. The thing is, you did shit unlawfully and then tried to pay people.
Your issue.
What?
It's illegal.
It's illegal, and you manipulated her, bro.
Like manipulation is moral. It's not legal to me. When you get into manipulation, you get into morals. Because grown women are manipulating. Men are manipulating grown women. So that's a moral thing to me.
When you say men are manipulating grown women, what do you mean?
Just like he manipulated her into doing whatever grown men and women manipulate each other into doing shit every day.
Yeah,
but because they same age, it's legal or it's not illegal.
It's not illegal, and it's a thing of like, oh well, you're grown. It's like after a certain point, the way the state views it and all that other shit, or whatever state you're in, the way they view it or society views it, it's like you kind of you still young and you still learning, but you kind of understand like what's going on. But it's like, come on, yo, like Aaliyah, 15, like you groomed her. That's grooming. You took her under your wing. You taught her all this stuff about music and vocals and this, that, and the third. You made her feel safe and secure only for you to. That's
moral to me though when you saying that, and I'm with you on the moral part.
Yeah.
But that's the same to me as Brittany Renner and PJ Washington. This is morally what you doing is fucked up. But legally now, R. Kelly 1,000 times worse, and I think morally R. Kelly worse too. But I do think you got to
play both sides.
Yeah, you do. You do. So if her parents or whichever one of them girl parents signing off on this shit, like it's hard for me to just look at him like morally, like, yeah, you fucked up, but the parents need to be held responsible too for this shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everybody, there's a lot of
including
people.
the girls. You got to hold them responsible. Like I don't
can't.
give a damn if you 14 years old.
But see, think about it like
and
this.
you not forced. Like,
but
think about it. Think about it like this though. 14 or not, honestly, how smart is a 14-year-old? 14, 15-year-old when dealing with
I know
when
I
dealing
ain't
with
want to
somebody
get pissed on.
Okay, but
by
all the
nobody.
other shit that came
the same shit I would have did with a bitch now is the same shit I would have did with a bitch at 14.
But here's the thing: you gotta also realize too. You gotta.
We talking about 14-year-old girls. We're not talking about 14-year-old James.
You gotta factor in a whole bunch of other stuff too, right? You gotta factor in. Everybody's like, oh well, they parents should have stepped in. What kind of parents are they? Nobody asked that question. You gotta factor in what kind of household does she live in. You gotta factor in what has she seen in her 14 years of life that made her feel like maybe this might be okay. It's a whole bunch of things that you have to factor in to really be like, damn, like that's probably why. Because a lot of that should be a mental thing. So maybe she.
And then not only did he probably manipulate her, probably the parents. You know,
exactly. The parents
put some pressure on her too.
Because I remember a lot of them girls were saying like my parents was like, listen, this is R. Kelly, and he's telling you to come to the studio with him tonight. Come, and R. Kelly would tell the parents, yeah, bring your daughter, but you stay home.
So why at that point is it not sex trafficking on the parents' part? Why is that not sex trafficking?
It could be.
It could be. It could be.
But see, I think what it is, or maybe a reason that it wouldn't be that is because unless he blatantly said, "I'm gonna fuck your daughter," and they still did it, then that would be.
But you probably
that would be
know
more
what,
like sex trafficking.
He got, you know what I'm saying?
No, because but at the time it's rumors.
No, or you may think that whatever.
But you can't.
Then if you a big ass R. Kelly fan and these rumors coming out. Depending on how big of a fan you are, you're not gonna want to believe it. Just like when all the shit came out about Michael Jackson, a lot of people didn't want to believe it.
That shit's not true.
True or not, people didn't want to believe it.
This the point.
True or not, people still want to let their kids go to Michael Jackson.
This the thing. I still think, and see, I don't want to shit on them girls, but a 14 or 15-year-old girl, I still think at 25, if you offer them to get pissed on by R. Kelly for a record deal, they gonna do it.
Probably.
So once again,
the difference is. At 14 or 15, it's less pressure on you as far as one, your brain is a little more developed at 25. Really, by that time, I think it's fully developed. You probably not getting a whole bunch of pressure from your parents or whatever. Like, you can make your own decisions when it comes to shit like that. At 25, if you want to get pissed on,
that's
like
your business.
You grown. That's your business. If that's what it takes for you to get into whatever industry or whatever line you're trying to get into, whatever. Business. But at 14 or 15, it's like, come on now.
But when you see, to me, when you get into R. Kelly, like the morals of it, like I understand a kid, and I think that I do think it's fucked up. But I ain't gonna like sit up here and say that these girls ain't want that shit to happen. And if she wanted that shit to happen, then y'all can march and do picking to get your signs.
I don't think they wanted the piss to happen.
But they want to fuck R. Kelly and wanted something from it.
Now that may be the case because people be fucking young.
Yeah.
So that might be the case. But as far as some of that extra shit, I don't know about all that.
Yeah, but they want to fuck R. Kelly and wanted something from it.
But that's the thing. Even if it's like, okay, look. So everybody, y'all all know.
At the same, not to cut you off.
Yeah.
But at the same time, as the child, even if you wanted to fuck R. Kelly as a grown man,
I was just finna
should be
say
like
that.
no.
Should be like no.
So we back the morals. That's what I'm saying. We back the morals.
Yeah.
Fuck the legal part of it. We back the morals.
Yeah, but
it all comes down to that.
And then too,
even if morally he wanted to fuck him, legally he should have said no.
He should.
I think I hate to get the two intertwined, legal and moral, because I think the morals count more. Legally, I do what the fuck I want to do. We do illegal shit all the time. Morally, I'm not finna fuck with no girl. I wouldn't even go 18 at right now.
Here's the thing,
you need to be able to buy liquor.
But this,
you need to be able to make that liquor store run.
I think this the thing for me is like, if it's a 14-year-old fucking another 14-year-old, it's like, am I okay with it? Not really, especially if it's my daughter. Am I okay with another 14-year-old dude fucking my daughter? Absolutely not. Like, you're 14, you should be doing something else. But
Like
we know,
what?
but reading, like doing the homework, something else. But I'm like, if it happens,
She's gonna be reading the coldest one ever.
but I'm like, if it happens, it happens, right? But the thing is, when you're 14 trying to fuck another 14-year-old, a lot of times both of y'all don't know what the fuck going on. Y'all are just figuring.
I don't know, because a lot of times it could be same age, and if a parent find out their daughter fucking, they gonna say that the boy manipulated them in some way.
That's the case. Yeah.
And if and they could say that now, but I think that would just be a case of an upset parent.
Yeah, you just don't want to believe.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But then when it's like when you're dealing with a nigga who's like 20 plus, damn near finna hit 30.
Yeah, nah, this nigga's literally double your age.
He's double your age, and he's telling you, like, he's literally going to McDonald's. This is not made up. He is going to the local McDonald's or standing outside of the local middle school, high school to that's preying on a young girl.
It definitely is.
You feel me? Like,
It
that's not. It's not at that point. It's like, no, you like to have sex with young girls. That's the shit that pedophiles do. Pedophiles sit outside of parks and schools.
Oh no, they gotta be little kids.
But still,
under
18 is a
pedophile.
but he's a pedophile.
Yeah,
he's a pedophile, and they still don't even really want.
In the words of prison, he's a chomo.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. But yeah, no, he's a pedophile. Like, and they don't even want to give him that title. You know what I'm saying? Like, he still hasn't been registered as a sex offender, like nothing. Like, they just trying to give him jail time, which is still cool, but still, like.
So what have they sentenced him yet?
Yeah, they haven't given him time, but he was found guilty. I think
he's found guilty.
Yeah, but yeah, no, they haven't given him any time yet. But chances are he's not gonna get out on no kind of parole. He's probably gonna be there. I say I'm gonna give him 40.
That's all I'm gonna say. Do y'all think it's gonna run consecutive or concurrent? Whatever time you give him.
Consecutive. I think
that's how you think it's gonna be, or that's how you.
I think it should be. I think what's gonna happen is, because what we're seeing too is the product of the internet and the pressures that the internet brings. So it's like a lot of people in those, like the judge, the jury, all those people, they looking at Twitter just as much as we looking at Twitter, and they looking at what everybody's saying. They just like, gotta get this nigga the book, and we gotta throw this nigga under this bitch. Like,
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's gonna have to be consecutive because it will be different charges or different counts. Or would it be different?
Oh yeah, because now I think that's just one charge he was found guilty on. He got a whole bunch of other shit that he still gotta.
Well, what I mean, like, let's say he molested, then married Aaliyah, and then he got sentenced for both. They would run concurrent because it's with the same girl and the same thing. But if he got 10 different girls he done did it to, then he would serve one for Aaliyah and then serve the next one for the next girl. And I think it's like that. I could be wrong.
Probably.
And it might just be depending on whatever court system he go through.
Well,
but I argue that because I think R. Kelly wrong. But I know regular 25-year-old dudes, and I know girls when we was in high school, like 16, 15, 16
Facts.
years old, talking to them.
Facts.
But them girls know what they doing. That's my only problem.
No.
I had friends that was 16, 17, like telling me that they was talking to grown niggas, and even I'm looking at them like,
but that's
you?
what I'm saying. I don't think it's a thing of they know what they doing. I think it's a thing of they think they know what they doing. They think they trying to be grown, but they don't understand the shit that's with it.
But see, that ain't for the law.
At the same time,
that ain't for you to say. If I'm conscious of, I want this.
To his point, like, even if you think you know what you're doing, you know that as a 16-year-old, you don't need to be fucking with this 23, 24-year-old. But you go and you do it anyway.
And how big of an age gap is that, though?
Was that 8 years?
That's a
7
7 year. Yeah,
Still.
we get back. That's why I go back to PJ Washington and Brittany Renner. Now, I understand the legal part of what you saying, but I'm going back to morally.
But even when we had the episode, we were saying like
motherfuckers know what they be doing.
She was definitely
prepping she picked that nigga out to do that shit,
and
she played the game.
Oh, she did it perfectly.
You know what's crazy, and I feel like I'm probably gonna get a lot of flack for this from niggas. There's a part of me, for some reason, that's just like,
go ahead.
It's just like I don't think that was the case with her.
I agree.
There's just something in me that's just like, and I like I said, I don't know her. I've never met this woman. I don't even follow her on Instagram. So it's like, it's not even me trying to be like a biased statement. It's just like, from what I have seen from her before the controversy, how she talks about like, she talked about like a whole bunch of like spiritual stuff and whatever. I'm just like, I don't think she's like that. And I think what she's doing now is just what any motherfucker would do. Like, she's stirring the pot because she probably got some shit coming up, and stirring the pot is what's getting her paid. Like when Scottie Pippen was like, Phil Jackson was a racist. Do I think Phil Jackson was racist? Yes. And that shit was all over every fucking sports channel. But you know what? His book was also coming out. He was on a fucking book tour.
So you don't think she set him up for the okie-doke?
I don't think it was a setup. Cause it's like, if she was really that, it's like, okay, I'm gonna say this, right? We know for a fact there are women who have come out and be like, I am this.
Yeah.
I sucked so-and-so's dick.
The moment she hang around with her best friend,
Tiana Trump.
Bitch.
Yeah, but it's like,
birds of a feather flock together. And Keisha don't hang around with Heather, nigga.
I think I said this before. I think Tiana will be more trustworthy. And I might be wilding.
Because I know what she gonna do. I know what this bitch about.
And it ain't even that. It's just, it's that, but it ain't that.
The dicks run consecutive and concurrent, huh?
I don't know, man. I just feel like she doesn't give off. I think she doesn't give off that vibe for me, but she definitely is stirring the pot and like, talking about like, oh, I want to go to a Jackson State game. Obviously, she went to Jackson State. Obviously, Deion's there. Obviously, Deion Sanders' son is there. Obviously, they're getting a lot of like, oh, she goes to a baseball game. She's talking about in the caption, hide your sons. Like, it's obvious. To me, it's obvious.
She's playing the game.
She's playing the game, but niggas taking it as like, see?
Because there's so many of them out there like that. I'm going to be real with you. PJ Washington bitch would have came up missing. You get on the internet talking about his stepdaddy season. Nah, bitch, it's finna be a bitch missing season.
Listen.
You talking about R. Kelly don't know how to hog tie people, bitch. I'm finna show you how to hog tie people.
Listen, like I said, I don't know the basis of their relationship. I don't know if they, I don't know. And if she did do that, then she's a fucked up person. But for me, it's like, and I feel like, and I could be wrong. I could be very wrong, but I feel like I'm good at picking up on like just people's energy and intentions and all that shit, because a lot of times
I'm gonna tell you that you're not.
You're not? You think I'm not?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've told you my plan from the beginning since we met. Okay. Like, I'm going.
Okay, and
stab you in the back.
Yeah. Okay, for sure. But yeah, I don't get that energy from her. I just think she's stirring the pot just to stir the pot. And I think that niggas are just falling for that goofy shit, and just because she's the blogs are writing about it, fucking Shade Room is talking about it, fucking Twitter is talking about it. It's just to keep yourself talking. Now, do I think that's stupid? Yes, but I also know, my nigga, that shit. Yeah, they talking about you, and then this club gonna see they talking about you. Hey, y'all really want to hate her? She's gonna be at my club tonight. Pull up.
Right.
She's getting a bag, so.
Well, when it comes to her,
that show you right there though that she know how to manipulate shit. What you saying?
Yeah, so I think she definitely do.
Yeah, definitely.
I put it this way: in the words of Jones, I don't put nothing past nobody.
And she even said herself, like, if you wanna catch a nigga, fuck a basketball player because they don't wear rubbers, right? She's fucked other basketball players before PJ.
Of course.
But you can't get over. They go back to the R. Kelly thing. You can't get
athletes, over. But
Oh, I
It's
thought
all-
she said basketball players.
These are athletes.
You can't get over
But it's all
on
the same.
every. You
Yeah.
can't get over on all them niggas like that because some of them niggas know the game.
And some of them
Yeah.
niggas
But
do
see,
know the game.
Some of them know the game, but then it'd be like,
I got bread.
but she different.
Yeah.
It's either I got money or she different. She not like them.
It's a million of hers out here.
Yeah, it is.
She 1,000,001, not one in a million.
Listen.
She's 1,000,000 of one, not one of a million.
One of a million, not one in a million.
Yeah. I listen. If that, like I said, if she did that shit, she's a fucked up person. She just straight up. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You fucked up, shorty. Like, if you plotting on niggas, that shit weird. That shit is, and unfortunately, we live in a society where when a woman does that, you know, she doesn't really get penalized. I mean, unless she's like a teacher or some shit. But like,
I'd have fucked a couple of my teachers. I'd have stayed silent
absolutely,
Niggas stupid.
Bro, niggas really be telling that shit, and that should be so funny to me.
though. But I'd have blackmailed a bitch in the past, and I ain't doing no work, bitch. And
You
better
think
pass me
if
or
you
this your
fuck-
job.
If you fucking
she
her
ain't gonna-
good-
she don't want you to do no work.
Come
She
on.
gon' you straight.
Come
in that
on,
class.
anything that's gonna stress you out is affecting
But she
her
ain't a
dick.
fucked
She
up
not
person
finna-
though, cause she giving you some pussy, huh? So she ain't
No,
fucked up now.
She still fucked up.
She's definitely still fucked up.
But
But you gonna take
I'm-
advantage of.
But like going to your point with these girls,
I know what I'm doing, yeah.
But final thing with old Robert. So are y'all gonna be, thinking about all this stuff when y'all listening to AJ number to number and
I
and
can't listen
Jeep
to that.
and
I can't.
all of that? You remind me.
Be listening to that shit and don't be getting a fuck about none of that shit that be going on.
I can't.
I'm one of those people who can separate the art from the
Just like
person.
you do with African Bambaataa.
But here's
I don't listen to it.
I don't listen to that nigga. But
Planet Rocker classic.
Planet Rock is a
yeah,
classic.
I
It stops
think
there.
I think what it is for me only like I can listen to certain
That's
shit.
an old ass reference.
Niggas not really gonna pick that shit up
Niggas
for
don't
real.
know about Africa Bambaataa.
That
go
nigga's
ahead.
gross. But I think with the songs where, to me, it feels like he's blankly like
Leaving clues.
bragging about that shit. Like, it's like, I can't listen to that. Like, can I listen to Step in the Name of Love? Absolutely. Cookout classic.
He
But
listened to remix to Ignition.
maybe.
Man,
You
get
know,
my
like-
Can you
throwback
listen to
jersey.
Vibe? She's got that vibe. At the end of the song, he say,
No, I
"Little
can't.
cute Aaliyah's got it."
I can't. I can listen to what's this, Trapped in the Closet,
Yeah.
because that's just a good funny story. But like,
Well. It's a funny story.
I thought it was good. But that's just me. But
niggas did.
you feel me? I can't listen to a song where this nigga said my mind is telling me no, but my body's telling me yes. I'm like, oh, you're bragging. You can't listen to a song called Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, knowing that on
this
that
nigga's
album
in the
cover,
background.
in the background of
Up
the
against the wall
album
with
with
his
glasses
shade, yeah.
like a fucking creep and Aaliyah, and then like you dressed Aaliyah.
In your same creepy fashion.
My nigga, come on, yo. I can't do that.
Did
That's
she know what was going on?
she didn't know that nigga was grooming.
Well, she's no longer with us.
Rest
Yeah,
in
that's
peace.
why I don't
To
like
answer
talking
that
about
Right.
her. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna keep listening to that music. 'Cause
I mean, I can't play it in the bedroom. I'll say that too. I can't.
Okay.
Unless it's rape or child molestation.
He molested a child.
Turn me up.
He damn molested them kids.
So
There was something else I had to say about R. Kelly, but I can't remember.
this is what I want to say about, because you were saying you hope you don't get canceled. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Say what you gotta say, bro. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. So our second sponsor, because the week that this is coming out, this is Alabama A&M, right?
Yep.
Our second sponsor is their coach and all that shit he was talking last year and coming into this year. I'm interested to see, because your boy T Smooth say we gonna lose.
To them?
Matter of fact, let me make sure. He said we can beat them, but how we gonna beat them if we can't put up more than 7 points? He a Florida fan, So this when you brought up when y'all was talking about telling women the truth, that's why I said this is foreshadowing, because that's our next topic, telling women the truth.
Sip tea. D, you poppin' your shit, nigga. Nigga tried to cross me out, I went and bought an ankle brace. AKA that brand new K, might have to rearrange his face. When he out his element, the Glock gon' put him in his place. Did the race, feel like take K, that K be singing just like Drake. Fly out, give me head on arrival. Play with T, you gon' die on the Bible. Man, the nigga been ballin' like Caillou. I feel like they low for everybody, wanna try you. One die had me feeling like why you. Father, I need a blessing like hot you. Got these racks, I feel like I can buy you. Told my Glock they don't love you like I do. Brand new water, got a ocean on me. Neck wet like a fish. She touch on me like a doctor, but that hoe making me sick. She can't keep her tongue off me. I feel like a walking lick. I don't know nothing about no brick. Shoot my shot and I don't miss. Buzzing cops to rich a million. Now we still taking risks. She see diamond around my neck, so she suck on me like a tick. I'm about to tick. I don't play soccer, but look at my kids. Feeling like Nick, I send a blitz. And I get in her head just like Wigs. And I get in her head just like Wigs. GBC shit.
Yeah, I just slimed this little hoe out. Now she won't stop calling me. I just cashed out 120K in for 100P. Go to the grow when I re-up. I know these niggas can't keep up. I'm in the bay with my feet up. I know these niggas won't be us. Rolling my wrist, my watch don't tick. I bought this shit off of bricks. Since shot they ain't gon' miss. I told my plug on back rap. I told my hoe no backtrack. California king my mattress. I used to sleep on the pallet. I'm selling bowls. I ain't even did a show. I'm having lows. I cannot sell you an O. I counted 250 today. May God be my witness today. Caught me a condo in LA. I still get them bricks out of state.